Okay, press live. Hello, happy stampers. Welcome to this week's live. So my name is Judi Anderson from judistamps.com, and I am an independent demonstrator from the US. And Diane is from Canada, and every week we collaborate and do lives on each other's Facebook pages. So we'd like to welcome our live guests. Make sure you give us hearts and thumbs up if you're liking what I'm bringing you today. Say hello so we know and let us know where you're coming from. And if you are watching on my YouTube channel, welcome. Make sure you hit the bell so that you are notified every time I come live and or I post a video. So I am traveling this week, and next week I will still be out of town. So Diane and I take turns traveling, right? Hello, Dorothy. How are you? So glad you could make it today. So I am trying to get onto my computer so that I can see your comments. So I am going to be doing this from my phone today instead of my webcam. So when I flip it around, it may take me just a minute. I hope I don't make you seasick, but just bear with me a little bit. I do not see that I am live yet. Am I on your phone? Yeah. Okay, well, I guess I am on. Dorothy's here, Denise is here. I am just not seeing anything. So let me switch this up just a second. I am so sorry about this. Well, I can't get anything now. Ooh. Can't get Facebook at all. So, well, I may just continue. Oh, it says, sorry, we're having trouble playing this video. Are you seeing it? Am I off? No. Oh, I'm still on. Okay. Trying to figure if I am on or not. Okay. There we go. Okay, I am on. So I will be able to see your comments. I will have to look over. So good morning, Marjorie. So it's nice and sunny here where I'm at, and it's in the upper 60s and 70s. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona right now, enjoying the nice weather while they are getting storms back in Chicago. So not sad to be here. So I'm going to flip you guys around. Bear just a minute. I think I just have to flip this way. Okay. I have to see if you guys can see what I see. Okay, I guess you can. Am I upside down though? I am sideways. Oh dear. I think I have to have it this way, which is on my side. Okay, so I think my camera has to be, yep, right in front of me. So I am looking over my camera today. So this may be a little bit of a challenge. So Diane, talked about the Sweet Talk Suite yesterday, and I am using it again today. But there are so many sets in here, you guys, that I feel that are appropriate for Valentine's Day or just to say hello. I love this Gumball Greetings, the robots. So they're kind of all grouped together, even the flowering fields. If you do your tulips and pinks and reds, you guys, it can be Valentine's Day also. But like I said, I'm going to be using the Sweet Talk Suite, and it consists of the Sweet Conversations bundle, which is the stamp set and the dies. There is a gingham embossing folder. I will be using this today. Also, and then you have some little treat boxes. These are so cute. And then, as you guys all learned yesterday, ooh, falling off the counter, the iridescent rhinestones are my favorite. Now, I had made a comment yesterday that I almost used a whole pack up, and I almost did, but I didn't have enough for my project today left, so I didn't bring them. And my order didn't arrive before I left. It actually arrived the next day. So we will be using something else for our embellishments out of the annual catalog. And then I am loving this real red faux linen ribbon, you guys. It is so soft and pliable. It is just a dream to work with. It's, you know, I love ribbons to begin with, but the consistency is just perfect for card making. And then we, of course, have our Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. So I'm going to move this, and the suite is found on page 8 and 9 of the mini catalog. So here we have the stamp set and the dies, well used already, I will say. And here is the embossing folder. This is kind of like a gingham design, and it's actually called the gingham. Oops, I'm picking everything up. Don't forget, I am leaning over my phone and doing this. So even my stamping today is going to be a little bit different. So this is what that embossing folder looks like. So you can see that detail. Now I went and only embossed part of this because I want to do some stamping on here. There, you can see it there. I love this embossing folder. I think it's a must-have. It's, you know, it's a definite pattern, but it's a little subtle. And then, of course, our Sweet Talk Designer Series paper. The coordinating colors, I've got all down here: Blushing Bride, Granny Apple Green, Highland Heather, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Real Red, and So Saffron. This paper can be used for multiple different things. You know, a lot of people go, oh, I don't make Valentines. But you know what, you guys? Send them to your friends. I think adults are just big kids, and they do love Valentines, especially if you tuck a little bit of chocolate in there. So let's get started. I'm going to move this stuff out of the way. And let's see if we can do this. So I'm going to have to move just a little bit so I have a little bit more room here. And make sure I am centered here. There we go. Okay, so my base today is Blushing Bride. And it's just a piece of 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Grab my bone folder. This is my original bone folder I got in my starter kit 22 years ago. So as you can see, they last a long time. It's stained up, but it's okay, it works. Okay, so we've scored that and burnished on the. Then we have, I'm going to do a second layer here of the Blushing Bride. And like I said, I embossed part of it. Then I did forget my Blushing Bride ink. And so I am using our polished pink. And I'm going to put some of these X's and O's down the side. Now, I don't want it quite so bright going down that side. I want it more subtle. So I am going to do a second generation stamp. We're stamping off, and just put it right down here. See if I can line this up. So I'm going to do my first XO. Well, didn't quite put enough pressure on the left side. So let's try this. There we go. You know, there's always two sides. I could have flipped it over, but these are clear stamps and you can see through them. And am I too loud? Oh, you don't have your sound on. My girlfriend's here watching too. There we go. Little goober there. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, we're limited on the blocks that we brought also, so we're going to clean that off right away and put our stamps where we will find them and not lose them. So we have that. We're going to put that to the side. Then I have a piece of basic white, and this basic white measures, oh my gosh, I don't have my, 2 inches by 4 inches, I believe. I've got my paper turned the wrong side. So this is going to be a little difficult. So what I am going to do is I want to stamp 3 hearts. And I want to stamp the 3 hearts in 3 different colors. I think that this set reminds me of those conversation hearts that we all love during Valentine's besides our chocolates. So we're just going to decide which colors we're going to use. I think I'm actually going to use the Highland Heather, the Coastal Cabana, and Granny Apple Green. Now I'm going to stamp the outline heart full strength. Now this set has, and I'm going to do them at a little bit of an angle, just because I know I'm not going to be able to stamp these straight on. But you know how those conversation hearts come in different colors, and the outline doesn't necessarily match the inside. So that's what we're doing. So we're going to stamp in 3 different colors. Coastal Cabana. And this one, the first one said, hug me. This one says, BFF. Best friends forever. Clean that one off. Then the center one is going to be a little bit larger. Oh my gosh, did I plan this? Yes. Okay. I wasn't thinking of where I wanted my colors. And I like that the blue and the green are on the outside with the Highland Heather on the inside. And this one I'm going to stamp, center it between the 2 hearts, hopefully. Oh, pretty good. Okay, so we have those stamped. Now, in this set, you also get a stamp, coordinating stamps that stamp on the inside of these. And I'm going to want those pretty light, so I'm going to get those coordinating. And now we can make these, we can leave them white if you want, or we could also color them. So I'm going to use pink in this too. So we're, just adding some color from the designer series paper, and this is the polished pink. So I've stamped it directly like this, and I'm going to stamp this one off. Okay, because I want it lighter, because those candies are lighter. So we're just going to stamp right over that. Now, doesn't that remind you of those little conversation hearts? Come on, guys. Well, let me see if I can see comments. There we go. Can't see them though. I can't see comments, so I will comment on all of them after. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a Highland Heather. Stamp it off because I do want it light. What is your favorite color of conversation hearts? Did you know they actually taste different, each color? Believe me, I'm a connoisseur of those. So I have favorites, and it seems like every year they're a little bit different, but I believe it is the pink ones that I like the best. Okay, so we have those 2 there. I'm going to go ahead and do the Granny Apple Green in the center, and actually the conversation hearts are kind of more of a mint color, but when we stamp that off, it's nice and light. Okay, so we've got those. I'm going to go ahead and close all these up. Ooh, this phone is like having something attached to your chin and you have to look over it. So, hello, Denise. So, Denise is actually sitting right next to me. So we have that. So we're going to start putting this together. Now, I did want Stampin' Dimensionals on here. I did want to layer this layer up and this one, but I forgot them. So we are just going to use our glue dots. So I am only attaching a couple glue dots to begin with on here because I just want it placed, and we're actually going to be wrapping the ribbon around. I have my designer series paper, and my designer series paper is going to go right down here, but I don't want it to go all the way down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place it on there, and I'm going to have to trim it off. I think I'm going to trim about oh, 3/4 of an inch off. So let's move that. I want it up that high. So yeah, about 3/4 of an inch. And I'm actually centering this within my embossed area. You know, don't forget when you're, embossing your cardstock, you don't have to emboss the entire piece. So there we go. Now this next piece where we stamped on is going to go over the top of that, just like this, offsetting it a little bit. It is going to go into there, but I want it into the card a little bit more, just up to the edge of the designer series papers where my hole is. Okay, we're going to grab our ribbon. And, well, I should have put a glue dot on the bottom, but I can do that because I did not glue to the edges, remember. So I'm just going to take my Take Your Pick tool and tuck a glue dot underneath there to hold that ribbon. Just going to hold it right there. Put that like that. And then let's wrap it around. Okay, I need it a little bit longer, so let's trim it off. We're going to tuck it under this end. And this is why you do not want to glue it all the way on the edges to begin with. I am going to be sticking some liquid glue on there. And this is going to be a little bit tricky because every time I lift that up, the ribbon comes a little bit looser. So let's put our glue dot right on here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to lift it up and hold it up with my fingers a little bit. And I'm going to use my scissors because it's thinner and just pull that ribbon. So you don't want to cut the ribbon. You're just holding it like they're tweezers. And we're just going to pull that tight and then push down. And that ribbon's going to be nice and taut. Okay, if it wasn't tight enough for you, you could cut it and tape it on the back here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a ribbon. We're just going to loop it underneath there to try to figure out which way is which. Cut a little piece and we're going to tie a knot on the side. Just like this. And see how nice and flexible this ribbon is, you guys? I'm telling you, I think it's going to be some ribbon you're really going to want in your stash. Okay, oops, I didn't angle this one. Oh, I can't really see what I'm doing. Okay, so we have that there. If you want it to stay there, you could take a glue dot. I'll show you how on this one. So we're going to tie a bow over here also. So I'm going to just take this, tuck it under, not pull it up. Okay, let me cut my ribbon. Okay, so if I want my ribbon to hold tight there, I'm going to take a glue dot. Oops. And I'm going to put it right where I'm going to tie my knot. Okay, just right there. My neck's going to be sore at the end of this. I'm crooked. Can you see everything? Yeah. Okay, so when I tie that knot right over that glue dot, it's going to stay right there. So let's trim that one that way. So we have the front of our card. Like I said, very simple today. I'm going to go ahead and put that on. I'm going to go ahead and put that on with some liquid glue because we've embossed it and we want that glue to get down inside those crevices. I had planned to use dimensionals, but you're still going to see the difference. You have Charlie. We have Charlie here today. Sounded like your garage door. Okay, so we have that. Now, the embellishment that I wanted to show you guys is from the Heart Faceted Gems. We had these last year in our January to June mini catalog, and they carried over. And they're pinks and whites and reds. I love them. So we are going to put some of those on here. I also cut, oh, I don't know where they went. Oh, here they are. I had to keep flipping back and forth. I was trying to figure which side my camera was going to go on, and then it ended up not going on that side anyways. But we have some of these red hearts that are dies, so we're going to put some of those on. So I'm going to put one here and here. We'll put one up here. Okay, so we've got some very small dots. I'm going to take my Take Your Pick tool, flip these over, kind of poke them a little bit. Well, okay, they're not poking enough. So we'll take the sticky end and pick them up and put them on. There we go. Flip these over. It's hard to tell the top from the bottom. There we go. We're going to put this one this way and put this one this way. Now, so we have those three elements. So we want to add some of these. So let's add, I'm going to add two up here, two small ones. I could use, on the larger ones, you can use glue dots, but I want to use some of the smaller ones. And these are very similar to the iridescent rhinestones in shape. They're just colored. I really like them. Okay, we're going to grab this big white one just because it's here. Oh, I don't want the big one. Don't like the big one. We'll grab this one. This is a pink one. So we're just going to scatter. And don't forget odd numbers. Whoops, a little bit too much there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just pick up some more of these out of here and place them down. It does take a couple minutes for that to dry. Normally, I probably would have done that, let that dot dry a little bit so it becomes tacky. And then your embellishments will stick a little bit better to it. And it won't slide around as much. So just get that one right in there. So we have that for the front, a little bit of bling. Let's go to the inside. So I have a piece of basic white for the inside. And we have our Happy Valentine. And we are going to do that in red. We'll keep the red theme going. And since these are photopolymer, we could leave it straight. You can curve this. Don't forget that, you guys, you can kind of, make it a little bit whimsical. So I'm going to kind of make it look like a banner going across there. So it's not just straight. Okay, we've got that. Okay, that's down the middle. And then I have, whoa, sorry. You'll see that in a minute. Almost lost y'all. What did I do with my strip of hearts? Oh, I lost a stamp here that I had taken out. So I guess we're not going to use that. I've got these dies. I'm going to put those right below. So we're going to go ahead and, oh, it's Julia. Hello. Okay, so I am just putting little dots of glue on here. And I should have done this a little bit beforehand so it could dry a little bit. but I will just put a little bit on there so it doesn't seep out. We're just reminding you guys, that's a tip. When you're using your liquid glue, if you let it set up for just, even 30 seconds, it solidifies a little bit and it doesn't ooze as much outside the edges of your paper or your embellishments. We're just going to put that right across there. I was planning on stamping some hearts in a wavy motion, but that didn't work out today. So as you can see, you guys need to start your Valentine's now. Place your orders if you are in Canada. Make sure you place your orders through Diane. And if you are in the US, you're welcome to make orders through me at judistamps.com. Okay, there we go. And there is our card. I forgot an embellishment there. So I'm just going to pick one up. Pick another red one. There we go. So there is our cute little card today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And until next time, happy stamping, everybody. Bye-bye. End.